As the years go on, the numbers for smartphones are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We now regularly see 10,000 milliamp hour batteries. This mid-range Honor 600 has a 6400 milliamp hour battery, which is absolutely insane. But the question is, does that 6400 milliamp hour battery last you all day if you do things like gaming, streaming content, and taking it for a photo and video tour around a local city? We've done this. We've tested the results, and we're going to show you in this review whether that 6400 milliamp hour battery will last you all day. The spec sheet of the Honor 600 tells a lot of a bigger story, which is it means serious business, because alongside that 6400 milliamp hour battery, you also get a Snapdragon 7 Gen 4 and a display that will output at 8,000 watts, which is mental. So when you watch content indoors or outdoors, even at peak brightness, you're going to get a super crisp, vibrant display. And you also get the benefit of something called sunshine mode, which will actually boost the brightness even higher, no matter where you are and no matter how bright it is outside. Then there's the build quality of the Honor 600. It is an aluminium frame and then a mixture of fiberglass back and metal frame, sorry, not aluminium. And what that means is when it's in hand, it feels really good. It's also super durable. It actually has an IP69K dust and water resistance, so using this out in the rain is fine. But also if you were to drop this bad boy into a bowl of boiling hot water and take it out, yep, it's going to work absolutely fine, which is pretty insane. Also with that, you don't get any issues affecting the charger port either, which will charge the phone, which is 6400 milliamp hours, at 80 watts, which is 0 to 100% in around about an hour, give or take. On the rear though, is where things are a little bit different for this mid-range phone. You get dual sensors on the rear. It's made up of a 200 megapixel main sensor and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. And then on the front, you get a 50 megapixel front-facing sensor. And let's break down those cameras right now. The main lens, it takes truly great photos. It's the same sensor as the Honor 600 Pro and does add a small crop, so 27mm focal length here. Details are excellent, especially in brighter conditions. 2x offers similar output to the 1x, the same level of detail and output, and again, excellent, almost the best in class, I would say, at this price category for 1x and 2x. 4x does show a small drop off in quality, but overall still usable. The front camera is excellent, amongst the best, full stop. Really great details, skin tones are very natural looking and not saturated or smoothed out such a beauty filters in any way. Ultra wide, even at 12 megapixels, still does a very solid, good overall job. May not have the top end detail, but still looks really, really good. 4K video here, 30 FPS with dynamic range, contrast and colors all looking great, and sharpness is excellent too. One other thing to point out here is stabilization when you're walking with this for video is also very good. The downside to this camera system compared to 600 Pro is that there is a lack of a telephoto lens, which is the main difference between the 600 and the 600 Pro. Now the main draw, gaming and gaming performance. The 600, when you put it through 3D Mark's Lifestyle Extreme test, put an extremely heavy load, you'll notice that it does throttle quite a bit and peak temperatures can hit around 50 degrees. But what does that actually mean when you're actually gaming on here? Well, you'll get stellar high performance gaming on the best games you can play on a mobile phone. Things like Destiny Rising will run really, really well. In fact, we gamed on this for 30 minutes straight and had no heating issues at all. Then if you move over to the more popular games that you're going to play probably all the time, things like Call of Duty Mobile, it's the same result. Super impressive here with 120 frames FPS locked in on high, and you get stable frames per second as well. And gaming experience on a whole is really, really good.
Get down, sniper! Sniper! Predator missile on standby. Predator missile inbound. We've taken the lead.
But we wanted to do more. We connected the 600 to a portable monitor and gamed through that to show you that you can actually take this mobile experience to a larger display, connected an Xbox controller, and again, achieved similar scores and similar FPS in terms of its performance on games like Call of Duty Mobile. The whole experience is very, very impressive when you take things like battery consumption into account as well. High-end performance gaming for a number of hours, the battery impact was minimal at best. Also, if you're someone who likes to watch a lot of video on here and you ramp the brightness right to the max, we actually tested this for a full hour at 100% brightness watching a YouTube video, and again you're talking about less than 5% consumption on max brightness with the volume on, etc., which you're probably very rarely going to use that filter when you're actually using it day to day, but just to show you just how great the battery life is on the Honor 600. The battery life as a whole then is very, very impressive, and we haven't even mentioned the impact things like photos and video capture does whilst you're on the move, which again is minimal unless you record in 4K 30. That can tax the battery that little bit more. What I would say is the performance of gaming on here is not all that different to phones such as the iPhone 17 Pro Max, Samsung S26 Ultra, Find X9 Ultra, any high-end £1,300 plus phones. The performance output here is almost exactly the same when it comes to gaming, but battery life far exceeds most of those. The Honor 600 then isn't trying to be the most powerful all-world phone. What it's trying to do is offer you a complete package at a mid-range price, and it does that really, really well. And we haven't even mentioned how great the actual display is on the Honor 600, including things like long OS support. This is a truly great mid-range phone, but we want you to let us know in the comment section below your thoughts on gaming and battery performance of the Honor 600. Are you impressed or not? Let us know below. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, as always, we out.